Welcome everybody to RLCS 2025. I'm Sporty FC, and you've joined the stream for Team Constellation. That's what you're here for. You're here for Rocket League action, and you're here to see if Team Constellation, in their second attempt, their second run, and their RLCS 2025 opens, can make it to top 16 once. Can make it to top 16. It's gonna be a tough run, that's for sure, but this is gonna be a fun one here. My mic is literally in the way. I think my camera. There you go. How's everybody doing? Hopefully you all are doing well. Again, I'm Sporty FC. You've come to the right place for RLCS Day 1 action. I know last event, I wasn't able to stream Day 1. I wasn't actually here. Now we get to see Team Constellation for today. And again, it's Day 1. A lot of teams have signed up today. In fact, I'm looking at it. The number is incredible. 1,151 different teams. Number I'm getting from start.gg. So, just that many teams competing today. Reminder, we gotta go from that all the way to the top 192 tomorrow. Yeah, there's a lot of pressure on these teams to perform. But talking about the brackets that we're getting to see here is incredible stuff here. And reminder, in fact, it's so many teams actually. The first day is being split into a group stage of, I want to say, 16, no, not 16, 32 different groups. Teams, and each group, by the way, is split into two sections. So here's our section here. Here's our section and how it looks right now. So we are, again, Team Constellation, the number 1 seed in our half of this group. This is group 19, A19, I should say, of Pool A. So we're up there, Constellation. We gotta win 4 matches in a row to go to uppers. If not, we have to play in lowers. But considering how well this Team Constellation side has done before, we should be able to make it out of this group relatively easily. And I remember talking to the team, asking kind of how they're feeling. They're pretty confident in their run here. Not even their one for day 1, but also for day 2. They said apparently their day 2 run is looking like a relatively easy. So, with Team Constellation being this confident, you should definitely be as well. And again, you can see our first match is against Unknown Zero here tonight. So, Ampos, Bivon, and Elcam, the other players of Unknown Zero in our first match. All match today, unlike most days, are actually best of first rounds. Day 1 is all best of 3, so it could be a very quick day, but it could also be a very tough day. There are teams that do lose on day 1 that struggle in the rest of the brackets. So it is very doable. You definitely don't want to get overzealous on day 1, because it is very, very easy to give up games. It's very, very easy to give up games, to give up you know, a series to drop to lowers. It is not exactly hard to do. So it's definitely doable. Considering how these teams, and considering how Constellation has been playing so far, they should be confident. But day 1 was an issue for them last time around as well. They actually struggled on day 1. And going to game 3 in their final match of the day, they made it obviously through uppers, but they almost lost in that final round. They would have had to play lowers earlier. Reminder, day 2, they were able to go to lowers at the very last moment. So they're in a good position here, and I think even better positioning again is that top 32 is open. Although it's a little tougher nowadays at this event because 8 teams already guaranteed themselves in the top 32. And those are the 8 teams that made it to top 8 last event. So those teams being Space Station Gaming, Deleted Gaming, Ultimates Complexity, 9 Lives, Team Evo, Gen G, and NRG. All made top 8 last event. They all got guaranteed a top 32 spot this event. So instead of 32 spots being open, there's only 24. So it's a little tougher. Day 2 is going to be much tougher. Most of these teams, but I mean, that's what you got to deal with it. You got to fight that uphill battle. Those teams deserve their spot. They made top 8. They deserve where they're at. The thing is, you can make top 8 even in one event. You're guaranteed to be in at least the top 32 of the next event. So, considering that's kind of what's at stake, you just need one good event, and you could potentially skip past all of the first couple days of the qualifiers and only play on the very, very last day. So there's definitely advantages. Top 8, obviously. And there's a pretty big advantage to make top 32. Your chances of making top 8 are a lot higher than those who don't make it, who don't automatically qualify for the top 32. So there's absolutely reasons why these teams want to be there consistently. Team Constellation, again, we mentioned it before. This is a team that has Lev, who has made top 16 before. Ozzy didn't make it last time around, went to top 32, but just could not find their footing on day 3. Now, today for, Open Qualifier number 2, it's a second chance to do it. Second of, again, 6 in total this season that all players have, so it's going to be up to them to perform the way they can. As my mic is not picking up sound very easily. Is this better? Okay, my mic is not picking up sound at all. Let's see. Is that better? Ooh, that's a little loud. Let's see. Okay, is that better? Is that... Yeah, that's better. There we go. So, sorry about that, everybody. Seems like my mic's further away from me now. I don't know. Maybe I just didn't check. But I'm ready to get this match underway again. This is just day 1. All matches are best of 3 today. It is all, of course, double elimination. So you get to that top 32, in which case it turns into a Swiss bracket. Their top 16 is double elimination, ESL groups, and then obviously top 8 is the AF brackets, which is a hybrid of single elimination and double elimination. We're still waiting on these teams already up. Probably some delays here. We'll get ourselves into this lobby soon enough. Again, be a very fun night. Again, this is a day that should be relatively consistent for Constellation. Getting your footing in, getting wet. Dipping your feet in, getting a little wet, but not really straining yourself too much. Today is not meant to be a hard day for Constellation, that's for sure. One of the top seeds coming into this tournament, again, they were, I think, close to around 20th or something seed, like 20-something seed last time around. Now they're, I think, 19th, so they've gone up in seeding. But of course, a lot of pressure. They still have a lot to prove. Shortly here. In fact, while we're at that, let me check and see what seed they had yesterday. Last event, they had a seeding last event, and it was public what seed they were. It is, okay. So we're getting a little invite. I think that means that their match to begin. So, turning in here to them, the rest of the team. Let me go and see. See, did we have? Better. What was our initial seed last? Was 52nd. So we have gone up, I think, to like 19th or something like that. Like, we have definitely, or maybe not. I don't know how exactly the seeding's working. It's probably not exactly 19. We're group 19. That doesn't mean we're seed 19. But anyways, we have definitely gone up in the seeding at least a couple steps. So, in theory, this run should be easier than the last one, which is a good sign. Since the last event, our struggle was with Wubs Up Bub, who beat us twice. Out of the 4 losses we had, they were 2 of them. So, Constellation's gonna want to do a little bit better and make sure they don't obviously lose teams more consistently, that they can, especially if they can make day 3 on the upper bracket. They're gonna be in a great position because they're gonna be one of those top 16 seeds, which means they get an easier match in round 1, which means that in theory they will have a better chance at the brackets. Although obviously, the seed that you really want to be actually is somewhere around 16th seed. 16th seed plays against 1st seed, meaning you're guaranteed to have the toughest match first. And with a really tough match, reminder, because it's a Buchholz formula, like the schedule, if you play the number 1 overall seed, which in this case would be NRG, you're going to be in a good position to get easier matches down the line. So, We'll see how things go here. I mean, at the end of the day, though, it's all about winning the matches you have in front of you. So I don't think they don't really care what kind of starting schedule they have much. They just need to make sure they get those wins. And today is definitely a day to do that. You want to go through uppers. You want to make your life as easy as you can. I don't blame them here. We are waiting on updates. Unknown Zero still hasn't responded here. We'll take a look at that roster for Unknown Zero one last time. It's Bompos, Bivon, and Elcam. Our bracket here as well. Again, this is our side of the bracket. So the 16, I think, teams. Yeah, the 16 teams that in the same group, because this is actually 16 out of 32 different teams that are in the same as us. This is just 16 teams. This is just the 16 teams on our side of the bracket. If we were to drop to lowers, obviously the competition would get a lot more different. We'd be a lot more different. That's not likely to happen, considering what we are seeing. Thing is, we only need to win actually 3 matches to make it to day 2. That 4th match, win or loss, we go to day 2 regardless. If you lose, though, obviously you have to play on lowers the day after. So not exactly the plan. We'll wait on Unknown Zevo. There's a very good chance they do not show. Meaning we would get a forfeit win in round 1. It would be a free 2-0 win. And we would only have to win 3 matches now to go through to uppers in day 2. As I said again, should be relatively expected. Make it. We'll see how things go. Wait on updates around the league, but I think the forfeit timer, I want to say it's 10 minutes. It's not super long. Meaning that very close to Unknown Zero forfeiting their match, not showing up, and us winning out our first match by default, which, I mean, I'm not arguing with. I would have rather see our match in round 1, even though even though Unknown Zero was going to get destroyed no matter what happened. But I feel bad for teams like Unknown Zero who get such terrible pulls in that first round, but that's how seeding works. It's not fun. Double elimination is not a fun format when you're not the high seeds, so it can be tough here. But we only have about a minute left on that time. There's a very real chance that Constellations go through by a forfeit win. Waiting here for updates, but in the likely chance they aren't showing up here, well, see how it is. But if in the likely chance they don't show up, we'll wait a little bit. It won't be too long before our next match, which, by the way, would be against the winner of Inevitable and Sway eSports. I actually recognize Sway eSports. That's not a that's an org I recognize. It's not a bad, not an easy, but. See how eSports definitely not. Gonna wait here, but we have passed that 10-minute mark. I don't know how long the forfeit timer is. I thought it was. I guess it's 10 minutes. It might be 15 minutes. We'll see. Again, it seems like this is gonna be a forfeit. Teams generally, if it takes this long for a team to not they're ready for their match, likely that means that they're not going to show up. I mean, it happens. Forfeits happen all the time. But it's fine. We have a fun night here. Even if we don't get it in round 1, we will absolutely get it in round 2. Again, we're both inevitable. And so eSports has been confirmed. It is 10-minute forfeit timer. There we go. DQ in round 1. So, we just got our win in round 1. As soon as this updates. There we go. So, we got our forfeit in round 1. We're going to be in a good position. Guarantee ourselves a spot for round 2. While we're at this, again, another team that you won't be seeing so far today, but is on the other side of the bracket that also just got a forfeit win. Is actually No Idea, which is Leo and Byra's team. So that's a pretty good team. They're also in our group. They're the other side of the group, so they're another good team that see how things go, but forfeit win there. Round 1 will be for Team Constellation. No questions here, and I know for all of you who put some points in, you're not going to get your points. You are going to get your points back, but you're not going to gain anything. Wait until that next round to see what happens here, but... Well, we are going to play against the winner of Inevitable and Sway eSports. Another match that we should be winning, but as I said, basically every match today we should be winning. Inevitable has Jettaz, Sir Hot Dog Water, and Rado. Sway has Emquist, Night Sky, Freelance, and should be a match we do just fine in. But of course, we'll see how things go. But again, we'll see. Now though, that's it for round 1. I know, not the most exciting, but we make the most of what we have. We are gonna get things going for round 2 shortly, but that does mean our round 1 match actually be over just like that. So that will be it for us there. Unknown 0. Hopefully a fun night. Hopefully we'll get things going soon up, but we are guaranteed a there's round 2, and in fact, actually, four matches in total today, so the best of 3s are not done. As we are again, we'll wait a little bit longer. I'm so sorry, everybody. One who was, patiently waiting for. But again, these matches hopefully will not take more than 30 minutes. The benefit about best of 3s is that they're, well, so all things considered, fine. Here we go. We'll take a look at our schedule now. I made sure that we got it up. So, what it was gonna look like today. Again, we should not be going out. Bracket today. I wish I could give you guys updates on what's happening with Inevitable and Sway, but I can't. We'll see who makes it out of that group. But either way, I save the logo. Every time you hear that thing, it's because I'm saving an image. And the next image actually I'm saving is the one for Sway eSports today, so you see them. So again, we'll wait a little bit on series, but likely it's gonna end. And we'll see. For now, we are gonna have to play the patient game. I know it's not fun. Not fun to play the patient game, but we'll wait a little bit. For now, though, I'm gonna make sure everything's going okay, but go to a quick break. Actually, I gotta check on something. I'll be back in like a minute or two. Just give me... I'll be back, guys. Sorry about that. I just got a message, so give me a little bit of time. I'll be back in like a minute. Alright, we're back, everybody. Still no update, obviously, in our next match, but getting things sorted out soon. Actually, we've had a second match just end on the bracket as well, with the Lux Cravings box beating the Amigos. I do love some. Oh, you know what? Lux Cravings box, because it's named after a player, one of the players. That's great. But anyways, be getting our match started and underway in just a moment. Hopefully, our next match at least. Just a moment. For now, again, we are waiting here for round 2 to begin. While it's happening, hopefully all of you in chat are good time. Definitely does get boring having to wait. I would have loved it. Even though it probably would have ended by this point. The sad parts about these are you slow things down. But hey, the benefit is at least it's a win. You know, for the players, I don't think they mind too much. Take any win they'll take wins that they can get, especially ones that they don't have to work for. I can't complain too much about getting a team that wants to make top 16. Win's a win, even if on day 1 it's that you're gonna beat no matter what happened. Anyways, we'll wait. Constellation, obviously, though, given the win here against Unknown Zero by DQ, we're gonna wait on Inevitable and Sway eSports. Should be wrapping up relatively soon. If they're not done game 2, they're almost certainly gonna be close to ending. We don't get an update soon, and that tells me they're probably in game 3. Again, it's a best of 5 series, so good position to about it. There's a good amount of matches that are still going on. There's going to be a lot of 2-0 sweeps at this point. We'll wait a little bit. But, this is not the most enjoyable thing. It is what it is, you know? It is what it is. Pretty confident with this, again, but to talk more about Team Constellation now, they've always been known to be a pretty confident team, all things considered. I know for a fact they have a coach now. They have Larson as a coach, who I hope you guys saw when we pulled up the roster. They have a coach. They've had someone coaching them. I don't know how active he's going to be. Looks like they're pretty active. Oh yeah, they're in a TeamSpeak. Seems like he's pretty active. So knowing that they have a coach now, that's a pretty big addition for any team, especially one without an org. But yeah, they have someone now that can help them out. I know one of the biggest issues they had last event was being able to kind of bounce back. Always a common issue with a lot. The ability or inability to bounce back. Last event, they really struggled on that in day 3. So this event, well, it's not going to matter as much in day 1. Absolutely will matter. That's one of the things that they definitely are going to need to continue. Look at. Now again, we'll wait. Answers on our next match pretty soon, although it looks like it might be a series that goes to game 3. Considering that most other matches have ended, duo sweeps by this point, you see Maguli before the storm. Is that one of their players? Maguli? They also have a player named Storm. That's great. Anyways, the Maguli before the storm with the 2-0 sweep over Oligosaccharide. Paddington fans has also swept Storms, and obviously we mentioned already Lux Cravings box with a 2-0 sweep over the Amigos. Paddington fans are the team that is expected to play us in that 4th round, so might as well introduce them now that we have 2. of Bakiduda, Lava Pleb, Creed, and I mean, to get to day 2, you gotta play some decent opponents to get to day 2, especially through uppers. Again, I expected this team in Constellation should not have getting there, but again, that's the team that we're likely to play against in round 4. For now, though, we are just gonna have to play patient, wait and see how things go for us. And of course, if things go well, this is gonna be a good day for Constellation. Again, we'll wait a little bit. Again, these best of 3 shouldn't take more than 30 minutes. I'm also interested in that Goal Getters and Spartan Nova match. Actually, the irony is I know Spartan Nova. That is Spartan Dragon's org, by the way. If you guys, it is good. He's another caster, a good friend of mine. That is one of his teams, Spartan Nova, with Emerson, Pax, and Sleepy. I like that Spartan org. I don't think they're gonna beat Goal Getters. Well, Gettaz actually is their name. Oh, it's Mafia Shadows' team. Oh, I know who Mafia Shadows is. Oh, that's great. It's Mafia Shadows. I got to see him. He was on Hunter's Nova in the past, so that's fun. Yeah, I don't think Spartan Nova's beating him, but kind of fun. We get to see Mafia Shadows again. Well, potentially. They would have to win 2 times, which not exactly easy, but they are the favorites to do it, so there's a good chance we do get to see them later today. But for now, we are waiting on our round 2 matchup inevitable and Sway eSports. I have a feeling this match is gone to game 3, so considering that it has, but we'll wait on it. Or again, I'm gonna have to we just have to be patient here. I'm excited. I am very excited to see how this is going to go for us. So, while we do wait for updates on who we play next. Yeah, basically, yeah, literally almost every other match in the bracket has actually confirmed. So, we're going to have to wait, but too much longer. If we do get an update, perfect. We can go into our match. Well, maybe go into our match. Depends if everybody's available. Depends if everybody's not available, but ready. Last event we did have some slowness in some of our matches. I think Lev having like died. It doesn't. As long as they're here, I don't really mind how long it takes. I already got dinner, so I'm not in any. I've often forgotten about dinner before I go on these streams, and I realize afterwards that nothing's open because these streams usually end around 10. Right? They end around. Most things aren't open at that point. So, I've realized today I gotta make sure I get my food, and I got my dinner already. I had some sandwiches. They were good. They were good. So, I'm fine now for food. But I've definitely made my fair share of mistakes when it comes to getting dinner on time. Again, we'll wait a little bit here. Reminder also, prize pool wise, for a lot of teams, you don't get prize pool on day 1. You only get it when you go to day 2. So you gotta win and go to day 2 to get at least a part of the prize pool. Obviously for Constellation, that's not their concern. It is to make it to day 2. Their concern is to make the top 16. There's a team that's good enough to do it. There's a team that wants to be in top 16, that wants to show up. They don't really care as much about about prize pool because it's pretty easy. Top 192 is a guarantee basically for Constellation. That's basically a guarantee. But obviously, as we mentioned, top 16 is not a guarantee. Top 16 is tough. Not everybody makes it there consistently. It's the kind of It's a tough placement, especially in a tournament again of over 1,000 teams. That is a very, very small number. Constellation's good enough to make it. Off road is you're now getting an update. Gettaz just swept to Spartan Nova, so that's comes as no surprise. That is again Mafia Shadows' team. Meaning that Inevitable Sway Esports actually is the last match to finish in the upper portion of this bracket. We really are waiting for our match here in uppers. Legit Esports is also an art bracket as well. That's fun. And so is Striker. And Radiance. Man, we got a couple of works here. Some old names. Legit. Actually, Legit's not that old. But Radiance and Striker definitely are. Those are works I very familiar with. Although I haven't seen Radiance in a while. I honestly always forget that org's still around. Yeah, it's Skywolfian Pulse. That's a good roster for Radiance. You play Legit. Legit's team's very good. Oh, sorry, that's actually not the Legit roster I was thinking of. It's their Legit Pulse roster. Kalichin, Juju, and Arc. Interesting, because that's their is not their usual main roster. That is their Pulse roster, actually. Very good team. And in fact, actually, that team signed up for ATS Pinnacle Cup. They were the first team to do it. Very good team indeed. But yeah, a little different than... So again, we'll wait a little bit here on Inevitable and Sway. Looks like Inevitable is just taking a one-game lead. I don't know if they're trying to report the results or not. I doubt that a game took 30 minutes long. That doesn't happen. that shouldn't be happening. I'm going to assume that Inevitable won the series if they have it's being reported that they have a one-game lead, unless they did take 30 minutes to get their game. In which case, my goodness, we're going to be waiting here for a while. I'm really hoping that's not the case here. Teams are DQing? Yeah, Logan, a lot of teams always DQ. It's RLCS. I don't know why teams choose to DQ. No, we're getting updates. Sway Esports. Looks like they've won 2-1. On my side here. Looks like they've won the bracket 2-1. Yeah, it's confirmed. Sway Esports. They did go to Game 3. No surprise. eSports did win. I did get the logo off of that team. Oh, it's confirmed. Round 2 is going to be against Sway Esports, so... we'll be... things going as... Thank you for the follow, Larson. I know I have my notifications off, but thank you anyways. Let me pick up the Sway Esports roster, see who's on it. It is Quest, Night Sky, Freelance, Sick. Problem with my room is that whenever I stream, it's always really dark. I do not have the best eyesight. Let me see if... I'm going to make sure I spell it. Ooh, whoopsies. There's our rosters for round 2. Again, mind you, it's all best of 3s today. But we have confirmed our next match is against Sway Esports, so we actually will have a match here. Prediction poll, by the way, is live. Again, it's best of 3. Constellation are the heavy favorite in every match today. They should not have an issue making top 192. But of course, if you guys want to win some points, right, and if you want to break my heart, you can vote against Constellation. I don't know why you ever would, at least not today, but you could. Look, if you're right, you're the smartest person out there, okay? But I don't see that happening. We're gonna wait on it. Constellation probably off doing something else. They'll get back in just a moment. Started here, so our first match of the day in winners round 2, taking on Sway Esports. Gonna be a fun time here. Well, hopefully more fun than what we had already, which is... I do want to see Rocket League. That would be preferable. There we go. We're getting confirmation. We're joining in, so... Should be a good sign of things to come here. Oh, and we're immediately leaving. Lobby wasn't made correctly. Give us a moment. By the way, also, rebrand. I didn't even mention it, but you guys have probably noticed, we actually have a logo now. We have a team logo. It's a star. So, little rebrand. Looks amazing. There we go. Now the lobby's being made, and this one's gonna be good here. MQuest, Night Sky, and Freelance are all here, so... They're on the blue team. We're on the orange. We've got our best of 3 going here. So Constellation get to finally play today in our best of 3 match. There we go. They're on the orange. Sway eSports is on the blue, and this is for day 1 of RLCS, and already 5 seconds in, Hep's Kid has hit the net, so that didn't take too long, did it? A goal, 5 seconds in, and Constellation will be quite happy with that. I've got a OneDrive notification. Get out of here, OneDrive. I don't want you. Jason's gonna make things more awkward here as Constellation. Again, haven't had any warm-up today. They've been waiting for the past 30 minutes, so... Actually, Sway Esports have, if they have any advantage, it's on the fact that they did play their first-round matchup. And obviously, they did go to Game 3, but a win's a win. Game differential really doesn't matter that much. What really matters is being able to get these wins, as Night Sky's gonna whiff on that one MQuest. Be able to clear this away, but for Constellation, it's all about being able to just be consistent, be calm, and really, I think, warm up into today. Is a team that they should not have any issues taking on. Really, they shouldn't have any issues against anybody today, but if there's anybody they're going to struggle with, it's going to be the team that they play first. A lot of teams struggle really early on when it comes to those warm-up processes. Constellation, they didn't have their warm-up. They are still going to take shots as that one's going to be saved away as Hepskid trying to find his 2nd goal of the game. But Sway Esports clearing it back quickly. Hepskid. Up is Ian. 2nd touch will be saved away by MQuest. As Constellation just continue to play offense. Oh, a misflip from Lev. Will serve as a recovery, though. But Constellation not really hitting the net too much. I think more of it is them that it's the fact that they don't want to. Well, I was gonna say it's that they don't want to overcommit, but Ian is doing exactly that. I think they just don't care right now, and they're just looking to just kind of relax into this. They don't want to put too much pressure on themselves, and I don't blame them for that. Today's not the day to, well, this is not really the match to stress over. I think for Constellation, they know that well. They're just in this to make sure that they play the way that they want to. They also don't give up games, don't make things harder for themselves, but also that they don't, panic. So far, you can tell they're looking pretty good so far, as it is. Another double commit here. I don't know what it is with them doing that, but Hepskid's gonna make sure that he gets that 2nd goal. Hello, Larson. What are you? Larson, what are you doing? The coaches are cheering against us. I think Lev may have chosen the wrong person to coach us here. Larson. I hope you don't have dementia. It's Constellation that you're cheering for, not Sway. Unless you really want an easy job today and don't want to see Constellation make it very far. We got Larson cheering against us. Our own coach doesn't even believe in us anymore. What happened over here? It's only day 1. And day 1 always has that weird kind of fever dream aspect. But I didn't think we'd see it this early. But here we are. As Constellation trying to find a 3rd. Haps nearly broke through with that shot from the middle of the field. So eSports running on fumes at this point as Ian. Oh, he almost hit that one. Oh man, I would have loved it if Ian hit that. On a team when you have Lev next to you, it is very tough to be known mechanically. But Ian trying to make his name known. He definitely has mechanics. You need your channel points? Oh, I get it. Says, here goes Night Sky. Ian. We'll collect on this. Need your channel points. I don't blame you there, Larson. You'll get your channel points if you watch the stream enough. As what a redirect from Ian. It's Lev, and it is a walk-in chance freelance. Oh, it's been saved by Heps. Heps didn't even want Lev to take that one. At this point, this feels a lot like Lev and Nitya back whenever they team up together, where Nitya tries to steal the goals that Lev gets, and it's the same thing here. Now it's Heps doing it. You can tell that Constellation not exactly with the care in the world here, as Lev's gonna get it scored on there. He made a mistouch to the back wall, and then of course will score one. So Sway eSports catching Constellation, and I mean it's one of the issues that you have when you try to play this relaxed, especially with only a 2-goal lead. It is very easy to make mistakes, and it is very easy to kind of be lulled into that false sense of security. Probably make the most sense for Constellation to maybe not do that until they're up by at least 3 goals. As here goes Heps, second touch. Freelance can't get there as he's been taken up by Lev. Ian gets around Night Sky. Flip reset. Ian, musty flick. Freelance will be waiting for it, but Constellation, they got options in Lev. That pass though a bit too heavy. Up by 1, they don't have too much to worry about. Here's another double commit out of Team Constellation. Should be space for Freelance to work with as he's got ambushed in support. Pinch midfield, it will be free touch perhaps, and Constellation leading with 30 seconds to go in this first game of this best of 3 as Heps bumped out of the way. Freelance doesn't really have an option here as Ian's gonna take to the sidewall. Second touch looking to support Lev, goes straight to him, and you know Lev can hit these. Ian, Lev both jumping in. Heps has got to get back now. Low boost. Night Sky. 10 seconds and counting. Air dribble. Looking. He's hit it. No nonsense offense from Sway eSports. And the worry out of Team Constellation was that they didn't have a big enough lead to support themselves. And they are definitely getting punished for it. That's not a good start, guys. It does feel like a warm-up game, doesn't it? It says Constellation. Oh man, they might got scored on here. Ian, they'll stop that from happening as Heps, Lev, and Ian both leaving it. No shot to be had. And we go to overtime. So they're making things interesting here in round 2, but we really can't afford to lose this game to Sway eSports as Ian. And you can tell Constellation not exactly in the mood to have fun anymore. It's an overtime against a team that they really shouldn't be having issues against. Constellation's really going to need to make sure they're able to force themselves into game 1. Really take that initiative. They got carried away. It came back to bite them. And they got to make sure that that doesn't come back to bite them even further as Ian. Double tap attempt. Ian! Oh, he's not missing from there. And that's a huge sigh of relief for Constellation. Ian, who had some chances earlier this game, gets stopped. Will not see that one have the same fate. So an overtime winner in game 1 here. And Constellation did not do that again. That was not exactly a fun position. They're definitely the team that's going to be more nervous in matches like these. Because for Sway eSports, they don't really have anything to prove. This is a tough team for them to go up against. They're not expected to beat. For Constellation, they just got to make sure that they are consistent with what they're doing. And I think more so, get a bigger lead before they start going for those solo efforts. Or rather, just don't double commit. There's a lot of things that they can do to not give up games to Sway eSports. I definitely don't want to see them go to overtime again. I want to see this be a consistently won game. Hopefully with a little bit less trolling as Lev. Double tap. Bang! Oh my goodness, I thought Ian's double tap was pretty nice, but that is disgusting from Lev. Oh my goodness. Sway eSports didn't ask for that. My goodness, what a start. 8 seconds and already Lev hitting quite the shot. Now admittedly, with it being against Sway eSports, they are definitely favored against heavily. Sure, some could argue. Just, you know, how impressive it is, but a goal's a goal. As now Ian's gonna take one. It's 2 up. And Constellation making sure that they don't do game 1 all over again, and I don't blame them. As mentioned, I have a feeling they probably told themselves at the end of game 1, okay, we got away with 1. Let's not test it again. And they're not here to do that. demo. Leave space here for Freelance. Ian will be back in time as Lev. Mquist unable to reach it. Ian's gonna clear this away, and here goes Haps up over Night Sky. It's an open back wall. Haps, oh, Lev just stopped that shot. And that was not by intention, I could tell. He was looking to steal the shot. He was not looking to stop it when it happened. And it's only a 2-goal lead still for Constellation, as Lev will once again clear this all the way down the field. Mquist. Lev unable to follow up all that easily as Ian now ahead to net. Ian saved by Night Sky as that ball was halfway across the goal line. We've only seen a minute of gameplay so far, and Sway eSports have been getting pummeled right now as Lev. I'll leave this. Haps now. Mquist saves it away. Open space for Sway, but Ian's gonna say, no, don't worry about that too much. Well, we'll go all the way back to the orange half of the field. Right back up to blue again. Everybody's up though for Constellation. Lev. Oh, he's gone for boost here. I don't like that decision. As in goes Mquist. Ian doesn't reach this. Hepskid will. Constellation starting to get a bit carried away again. They're only up by 2. This is not the time to do that. As Lev with the yes. That is one of the new chat commands that they just released. So, kind of fun. We've had no for forever, so I guess Lev saying yes, 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 as in he's happy with it happening. I'm not. That's a huge giveaway. And Night Sky will score. Are we looking? Well, Penguin, this is round 2. We won round 1 by forfeit. Round 2 here on day 1. Not great. You have time. Oh, I love this. Lev is so toxic right now. Oh, I love it. The double fake on the kickoff. That is straight to Mquist, though. Oh, and he almost fell on that, too! Freelance! Oh, that could have been goal 2 for Sway eSports. Thank you for the compliment, Tempest. I'm just nervous right now, because here goes Freelance again. It is an open net to look at. In front, flicked up high. Constellation, get that ball out, my goodness. Nerve-wracking. They're gonna score. I don't blame them. That was way too close for comfort. I know they've been having fun this series, but I'm not. This is way too much stress for me to handle. At least that's a 2-goal lead again. That makes things a little bit easier. Well, I would say it makes things a little bit easier, but it seems like 2-goal leads are the detriment right now to Constellation. We dropped a 2-goal lead last game, so can't be too confident. They need to see a 3rd goal to really feel comfortable. At least I need to. I don't know if they need to, but I need to for my own mental health. As Ian off the corner. Night Sky. Now Lev. Oh, it's a great play in front. Freelance will be there. Night Sky in support, and so Sway eSports definitely trying to put a control on the boost, but the speed of Constellations beat them a couple of times. It will beat them once again, as it is Ian with a great recovery. Mquist just isn't used to seeing people. I'm assuming he doesn't see people do that very often. Then goes Constellation. Now it's a 3-goal lead, and now I can get a little bit. Now I can really be comfortable. That was way too close for comfort. Constellation. I know that they don't mind as much because they're still winning, but I do. This is that was a scary game 1 considering we had to win it in overtime. As that's an overcommit. Haps has got to get back here. Freelance, he's got an option, but it was miscommunication. Night Sky went for the demo, and Freelance wanted to go for the assist. One of those plays where I have really both players wanted to call it at the exact same time. Neither of them called it initially, and then they both called it. And obviously that can make things a lot worse for yourself as Constellation now starting to overcommit a lot more. I think they're just looking for something fun on offense as Lev under Mquist is. I think Ian's chasing after him. Haps, can he get back? He will. I don't recommend most teams to do what Constellation's doing right now, which is playing without any ounce of defense, but up by 3, there's less than a minute to go. Constellation's going to be just fine. As for Sway eSports, as expected, they definitely fought a battle, but A lot of the goals, a lot of their chances came from Constellation not really focusing all that much. This is going to be a 2-0 sweep here. And our first best of 3 of the day is Haps on a psycho touch. Going to be left in the midfield. And Constellation, oh, there's another chance. Here's Ian going for one. That's a lot better from Ian. Up goes Lev. He's got the back wall. Lev! Oh, he could not hit it. I gotta appreciate the effort there from Constellation. When you're up by 3, you can go for that, and I won't mind as much. But for now, that's the end of our first series today. Round 2, a 2-0 sweep for Constellation. No questions, no real surprises. This is how today is supposed to go for us. A 2-0 sweep, doing just fine. We get to go against Gettaz the next round, so we're gonna be moving to that almost immediately. So, so far, as expected, here between, we'll say, the trolling from Constellation definitely made me nervous, albeit shouldn't have been too nervous. I mean, this thing is they can get back pretty easily, so we're gonna actually, it's gonna be a fun team. It is round matchup here as we get that prediction poll up because we're gonna be going into that almost immediately. The benefits of this second match haven't taken so long to actually set up. It'll be a fun match here. Here we go. Our next match against the Gettaz. So it is Stinky Buns, Mafia Shadows, and Dark. And as I mentioned already, I actually know Mafia Shadows pretty well. He used to play for 135 Nova. So absolutely a player I know. Another team that's like that's around that high GC3 low SSL level. Kind of like Sway eSports was. Sway eSports might actually be a little higher ranked. But anyways, we'll get into this match in just a moment. Again, on the other side, it is actually, let's take a look. It is PADDINGTON fans taking on Team Static. So Static, who's on Static actually? That is Chowder, Buck, and Hydration is Key. Okay, we should be playing against PADDINGTON fans, but we'll see. But again, all matches today are best of 3. It's gonna be a quick day, hopefully. That ends round 2. We get to go to 3 against the goal. Over Sway eSports. We play the Gettaz in round 3. Reminder, our matches shouldn't take too long. We should be pretty good position. But for now, we are going to just wait a little bit on the start.gg bracket side. But again, we'll wait a little bit. Just to make sure that things are good. We'll wait a little bit as we get things underway here. But again, Gettaz will be on here in our bracket. We're gonna go to a break, just so I can make sure that everything's good. It will be like about a 2 or 3 minute break. We'll be back soon with our next match. Welcome back. Hello, everybody. Constellation team stream continues as we are confirming our match right now. Again, our next team that we'll be playing against is the Gettaz, so it's a team of Stinky Buns, Mafia Shadows, and Dark. See how things are going. It seems like our match is going to start in just about a minute or two, so got some good timing here. We get our match underway. Prediction pool 5 for what is round 3. If we win this round, we guarantee a spot into day 2. Lose, we have to play in lowers. Again, that is if we lose, we're not losing. we're not losing this match. This is what the bracket looks like so far. Again, on the other side, Paddington fans taking on Attic, as I'm actually getting confirmation. Our match is beginning right now, so teams wasting no time getting in the lobby. There we go. As actually they're on the wrong side. I'm gonna have to flip this around again, but when I get a chance, I will do so. Constellation's actually on the orange for this match once again. Gettaz on the blue. I keep forgetting that orange is actually the side of the higher seeded team, and blue is not. So I'll fix that as soon as we get a chance. But for now, Constellation, pretty confident here, and I would be pretty confident in them against this Gettaz team. This is a IGC3 low SSL team. I would assume they're on that low SSL side, because the last time I saw Mafia Shadows, he was definitely high GC3. So I would assume that they're around that rank level. He's surrounded by Dark and captained by Stinky Buns. So Gettaz do something here to try to put a dent in Constellation. I want to see another 2-0 sweep from Constellation. I want to see another. Well, I want to see a more consistent, a more comfortable win, and one where they don't get nearly as carried away with it all. And they'll play consistently, play the way they need to, get this win. They'll guarantee a spot for tomorrow. Obviously, they'll have one more best of 3 today to play. But it will definitely be worth it for them, as Stinky Buns will save this one out. But in goes Hepskid! He scored the first goal last series, and from a very similar angle. Time hitting the crossbar. As Ian, off the corner, bounce in front, and goes Lev, who hits the post. Hepskid unable to score. And Lev actually, if you guys didn't see, went into the Twitch chat in between matchups. Called himself MVP Pev, so his name's now Pev, I guess, in game. I get it. It's MVP Lev or MP Lev. But we'll get we'll see how he's going here. I know Lev himself is one of the players that you always want to walk out for on teams like this, because he's made it top 16 before. He's got the history of doing it. A player who's consistently been able to do well in events like these. So to talk about drive. There's no one out here who has a drive like Ian. Probably the most unrecognizable player on this roster. And that's nothing to say bad about him. Definitely a newer player to a lot of people, and newer to me, newer to a lot of people. Not as recognizable as Heps or Lev is, and if there's anyone out there who really wants his name to be known, it would be Ian. And we'll see how he can get things done, although for now, Gettaz getting pummeled right now. There goes Ian, speaking of him. What scores, thank you for the good luck there, Xanax Rocks. If you're playing as well, good luck to you. And let me now up the sides. There we go. On orange here. So that's goal 1 for Constellation in this best of 3 for winners around 3. Goals are not going to be enough to, well, it's likely not going to be enough to really be able to comfortably, take these games. And not enough for Team Constellation. They want more, and they nearly found it there with Lev. Up goes Heps, but recovery from Mafia Shadows gets up there so incredibly quickly. Heps. Mafia Shadows. Lev. Sit up high. Hepskid calls for himself. Hepskid in room. No one challenging. And you know that's a mistake. Hepskid with all this room to work with, even though that first touch was not exactly well to his liking. It wasn't very powerful, and it was very, very high up. Gettaz all went into their net. They didn't go to the back wall. They were expecting, I think, a much faster attack. Anticipation came back to kill them here as Ian takes his second of the game. Third for Team Constellation. Flip reset fake. Gets right by everybody. And he's looking pretty happy right now with a 3-goal lead for his side. Ground free. Constellation here. Definitely starting off, making sure that they get a much bigger lead than they did the last series, although that is a terrible time to get demoed. And in goes Mafia Shadows, who will take the first of the series for the goal getters as Lev removed by Dark and Heps. He can't see anything through that smoke. Just has to guess. He guessed the wrong side of the nets. In the position that he's at, he doesn't know where they're going to shoot. Advantage in that position always goes to the attacker. They make it worthwhile. Lev pinched off of Stinky Buns. Sorry, Stinky Bus, not Stinky Buns, Stinky Bus. As in goes Hepskid. Off the back wall. Second! You knew he had it. We knew we had it. Everybody knew we had it. And it's 4-1. A 3-goal lead all over again as Hepskid making it look easy. Constellation. Well, maybe a little bit of awkwardness here because I was left in front for Mafia Shadows again as Stinky Bus trying to jump in, but here goes Hepskid, unable to get the pinch, and you saw Lev, he was upfield, he was ready for that. Unfortunately for him, he's now got to get back to help his teammates out, although maybe they don't need help. Hepskid is doing it all himself. Now Lev goes as he cuts in rotation. Ian to shoot, to almost score it, hit the front post. And Constellation nearly able to make it 5-1. As goal getters. Oh, still unable to get goals, unable to get offense as well as they're just struggling back here to get out. As Hep's got to be careful as Shadows will challenge him. Now he's got Lev in his sights, but only managed a bump on Lev as Ian's been reduced to no boost. Now it's Dark. All this room! Oh, what a flick from Dark! Stinky Bus! Open net! And that was a walk-in chance for Dark. I'm surprised he didn't just score there, but that is a beautiful flick over the bar. Constellation got a little too happy on the 1v1 plays. We'll get us walking into the open space. Although still 2 goals down with less than 30 seconds to go. Constellation is in no real place to panic. As Ian steps up high, has an option in Lev. Oh, he's missed the net there. I don't think it's really going to hurt him all that badly, but it was definitely a place where getting a goal would have been nice. Although, obviously, Constellation's going to win nonetheless. They're still looking pretty good here, even with them at times maybe not, trying their hardest. They're pretty comfortable here in taking game 1. 4-2, the scoreline. And unfortunately here for goal getters, just like what we saw last series with Sway eSports, I don't see much changing out of this series. Goal getters led by Stinky Bus, really getting pushed back. The antithesis to their name, really getting goals, more so that they're getting goals against them. But we go to game 2. And a chance to win the series, yet again in a sweep. Just go through today, make it easy for yourself. Constellation would definitely like to make this easier for themselves. Just get through today with sweeps, make your life easier. Not, worry about the match that you have to go up against. The way you want to. And be consistent. That's really it for Constellation. In a bracket like this, you gotta be really, really consistent. I win a couple more matches than you did last time around to make it through to the top 32, with there being, 8 less spots and all. It is Constellation's goal to not panic too much, and if Ian's shooting like this, there is not much to panic with. Beautiful strike from Ian. I mean, nobody was even close to beating him on that chance. And again, I love it. The Constellation's playing with speed. They know that a lot of these lower ranked teams aren't going to be as fast as they are, aren't going to be as quick to decisions as they are. And so far, Constellation is making the right decisions, playing in a way that, while maybe not the best on defense, it's getting them goals. It's getting them massive leads early. And at that point, even if you give up a couple goals, you're not going to have any real major issues as Ian. Double flip resets. It's Lev who I think wanted to get a redirect off of that. You won't see it. It's now Hep's kid. I was looking for a ceiling pinch to double tap the Zen special, if you will. Although goal getters will chance here, but shot weak from Stinky Bus and Constellation will get rid of it. As Ian's actually on very little boost here. So is Stinky Bus, but boost for Ian means he really can't make much happen. And that's where Lev comes into the play. Going right after these players. Now he's got a bump as well. And he's also stopped Hep's kid from his shot. I've seen too much of the demo play from Lev. He's not generally a player that always goes for that often, but at this level you absolutely can do it, and he knows that he can do it and get away with it. That's why Constellation right now play on offense as Ian flip reset. Oh my goodness, on the line, it's bounced in. Oh, what a shot from Ian. I don't care, it's an own goal. That is incredible car control. To get a second flip reset. It wasn't pretty, but it has an amazing control from Ian. Constellation with a statement for goal 2. It comes in the form of Ian, who is not slowing down his offensive production. Oh, this is an overcommit. Ian's back. No harm needed. Constellation look for each other again. Heps, does he have a flip? I don't think he did. Won't really matter too much though. This ball already cleared back as Ian pushed up very high there. Forced Hep's kid to jump in instead. But they'll get rid of it. They'll get out of defense. They'll look for the pass as Ian. Oh, he's missed it! That was a huge mistake from Ian. Got Hep's kid behind him. Now he goes again. This time he won't miss. As Lev up as well. Pinched in front. It will go above and away from the net. And it will go straight to the goal getter's possession, although 2 goals. Very little to speak of in terms of offensive output. The goal getters once again struggling to get goals as Lev is stopped moving there. I don't know if he had a control disconnect or he was just, I don't know what he was doing. Oh, whatever it is. Constellation's now going to have to play defense because of it. As Ian ahead, Lev is taking that away from Hep's kid. I don't know if that is exactly what I'd want to do there if I was Lev, but tough for something to say about his boldness as Ian flip resets. Just missed. Lev will get stopped by Stinky Bus. Constellation will look to transition the field quickly. Lev will leave it for Heps, but instead he's got a 180 and go all the way back. Team Constellation just controlled. You can tell goal getters, they actually aren't doing too terribly on boost, but they're just not able to win these 50s. They're not able to get that ball in possession. They're not able to win the air game, which is the big difference right now. Constellation is winning the battle in the air, and goal getters really can't seem to find any wins there. They want to play an aerial-based attack, but they can't seem to find it. And it's definitely an issue for them, although the ground game has been stronger. And Stinky Bus will actually use it to his advantage as he gets right by Hepskid and again walks in on a chance on Ian. And from there, again, goal getters have been very strong right in front of the net. 1 goal difference now. Constellation has not done very well this game to get goals, to score consistently. Up by 1. They'll want 1 more to make things a little bit more calm for themselves, although really what they need is just to make sure that the defense holds on. 30 seconds to go. This should be a very favorable position for the favorites in Constellation. That's not going to help goal getters anymore, though, with Dark running into his own teammates, and he has now stopped moving for a second. I don't know if maybe he's just not happy with himself. Still time left, though, to get a goal. Constellation actually might be in trouble here because that's a huge demo from Ian. Still they go. Ian's got to get this one away from Mafia Shadows. Second touch keeps it out. Constellation would like to set the ground, please. And thank you. There's Hep's kid to do it. That's a 2-0 sweep for Constellation. A 3-0 sweep. Not 3-0 sweep, but 2-0 sweep. The best of fives are tomorrow. 2-0 sweep for Constellation. Not really too surprising. They get it done the way they need to. Now, for now, as expected, Constellation will take this one. Their night now is one where they have guaranteed a spot already for day 2. See how things look for them now as we have been. Our next match is against the Paddington fans, so as expected, Paddington fans will be there. They won their series 2-1 against Static. So our last match of the night here, winners round 4. Again, the final best of 3 here as Constellation will take on fans with Bakiduda along with Lava Pleb. I think it's Creed who's on that team as well. So gonna be a nice kind of matchup here to end the night. Again, our final best of 3. Final match here. In for round 4. Paddington fans, our last match of the night. This is gonna be their toughest match as well. This is a team of better players. These are definitely decently high-ranked players. It's a tougher match for Constellation. One that they're probably going to need to focus on a little bit more, but as I've said already, they should have to day 2 through uppers. We'll wait on updates for that match and when it's going to happen. We're going to go to a break. Just kind of rest up a little bit when we come back. Round 4, our final match of the night, as Constellation takes on the Paddington fans. Alright, welcome back, everybody. We've got one more match here in round 4, upper round 4. Give us some time. Get things going very soon here as Constellation and the Paddington fans. So, Paddington fans with Bakiduda, Lava Pleb, Creed, and Skies. We'll see them soon enough for upper round 4. Our match to get actually reported. Always takes a little while for that to happen, but once it goes through, once we have gone into round 4, it has been reported. Update on our side in just a moment here, but obviously a 2-0 sweep here for Constellation. Sweeps all night. I get to take on Paddington fans in winners round 4. Reminder, even if we lose this, we're going to day 2. But, of course, losing this means that we gotta go play day 2 all in the lower bracket, which I wouldn't want to trust that. The lower bracket is a place where you can get some pretty terrible matchups early. I'd rather just take uppers, know that if I have a tough, knowing that they have a tough match, they can lose it and still play lower. Knowing this Constellation side, they shouldn't have an issue with this match. It is definitely the toughest one of the day, by far, but they shouldn't have too many issues. Although this is definitely a low SSL team. Like Seven, Creed, and Skies are all pretty good. This is definitely going to be a match, but should be one that we shouldn't have any. As said again, tonight is a night that shouldn't see that many issues. It's another best of 3. It's our last one of the bracket. Hello there. Hey Moon, how you doing, Moon? Nice to see you, my friend. Hopefully you're doing well. Last match tonight shouldn't be too difficult, all things considered. We're waiting. Get match info. Round 4 matchup. It should be confirmed soon. But for now, it's been a pretty quiet night so far. It's been a little scary at times, but Constellation has been having a lot of fun in their matches so far. So, go sweeps. Well, we start with the DQ win, obviously. Even though they didn't show up to their match, then we swept goal getters. And a team that we should be sweeping as well. Day 2, that's day 2. That's gonna be the really tough one. That's gonna be the day that we really want to focus on, and day 3 as well. Those are days that are gonna be much more important for us because day 1, it's really day 1 just getting rid of all the teams that don't, all the lower ranked teams that belong in the money prize pool section. Day 2 and day 3 is really where it's at. Those are gonna be the days that matter. If we can do well on day 2, we get good seeding for day 3. Obviously, day 3, if we can do well, we can make top 16 play day 4. So. Not only is that a benefit for them, it's a benefit for me. If we make day 4, I get to stream more action. So, and I also get to stream top 16 RLCS, which the first time I've been a part of a stream that I've been at top 16 RLCS. It would be the first time I'd do it on my own personal stream, which would be interesting. But now we're waiting on we're not gonna get too ahead of ourselves. I know Constellation is confident they can make top 16. I'm confident they can make top 16. But right here, Constellation still hasn't updated their match. Now they have. Okay, that match took a while to get updated correctly, but at least it is now. Bracket isn't fully up. They just haven't confirmed the win yet. But whatever it is, we'll. So, while we wait, we're getting rather interesting here. Actually, day 2 also includes actually best of 3s. Actually, lower round 1 is the best of 3. So, actually, even if we were to lose, the weird chance that we were to lose, we'd actually have to play a best of 3. That's actually kind of weird. I didn't even think about that. It's totally. possible. Although, again, we're not losing. We're not losing against this team. We're not. That's not happening. We will be beating this team. We should be sweeping them, in all reality. I know last event, though, this was actually where we struggled. Was in the last round of day 1. We actually went to game 3, so let's hope that doesn't happen again. I know we played a pretty good opponent, though, and that's why we went to game 3. I'll have to check and see. I'll wait a little bit until they can confirm things. Here we go. Who did we have issues with on day 1? It was Pinky Winky. Yeah, that was the Visa, Paco, Yonise, and Ponchavoga. Yeah, a pretty good team, actually. For a day 1 matchup. Absolutely a team that we could have issues against. Again, today is easier. We have I think, better bracket, so we have an easier match to end 1. And hopefully in the future, easier matches on day 2 as well. Now we're just waiting for confirmation on when our match can start. Again, the bracket has been updated for a little while now. See, I have a feeling Constellation's probably going to be on the orange side again. Just knowing how seeding goes, we should be on orange, considering that we are the favorites in this prep. But yeah, with how things have looked, that's kind of the expectations. Is that that's where we're going to be, and look. But again, the match has been updated for a while. But give it a moment. Should be joining any minute at this point, since the GG bracket has kicked back. To the side, ooh, actually, Legit Esports just beat No Idea. That's huge. What an upset. I mean, that is Biva, Emilio already in lowers, losing to Legit's Pulse, which is Galichin and Juju. Spark. That's a huge upset, actually, early on. What an upset. Anyways, we're getting into this one as it is. Again, Lava Pleb or Lava, Baki Duda or Bak, as it looks like, and Creed. Yeah, we are. Okay, Constellation is going to be on orange. So there's Bakia. Bakia is obviously Baki Duda. Lava obviously is Lava Pleb. So here we go. Let's get into our match anyways. Our best of threes. Hopefully we'll come to an end. We win this. No more best of threes. No more short matches. We go to day 2 in uppers. Day's almost done for Constellation. But should be an easier upper bracket run for today compared to last event. Just ends with the Paddington fans here. And winners round 4. That'll be our toughest match so far today. And it's absolutely our toughest match. By a good margin. I mean, this is a decent team out of Paddington fans. And that definitely gives some issues. But if we play the way that we need to, we will get this win. It just is. We got to make sure that we play the way we need to. Last couple of series, we didn't really need to play that well because, we had such large leads early on. It's a team that you do need to play decently well against to beat. So, Constellation will definitely have it in their best interest to make sure that they get goals early, they put on that pressure, and they play their play style. If they play the way that they need to, play that control on offense, Paddington fans are just not going to reach them here, and they're not going to reach them there either, as in comes Lev. As I said, they just need a steal boost. They need to take away those resources. Lava had nothing. Could not challenge there. And with the ball that far away from the net, Creed can't challenge either. And Lev can just choose where to score. Good start for Constellation. It's exactly what they needed. It's exactly what they're looking for. It's the kind of confidence and consistency that we need. As Ian now, flip reset. Up by Baki Duda. Creed. Able to get by Lev. Ian will get challenged by Lava Pleb, and Constellation will. Oh, what a clear. Heps. Double! Oh, oh, that is amazing. That's just so beautiful. Oh my goodness. That assist from Lev was already quite well made, but Hapskid made sure to put the cherry on top of that double tap. Oh, that's nice. Even against teams like this, they're still having fun out there. As Heps now looks for Lev. Baki's not going to let him have that one as Creed being bumped out of the way. Lev, it's an overcommit. That one's off the bar. Baki will be back. As Lev will go again. Heps, flip reset, double tap. Oh, he makes it look so easy. He makes it look so easy. Oh my goodness. Lev, Heps has not been, you know, super active today. He really hasn't had to be. But he wants to make sure that at least you can hear who he is. My goodness. Two of these 3 goals, courtesy of Lev. And both of them double taps as well. This is kind of the way that Constellation needs to end today. Get into it confident. I mean, this is a decent team in Paddington fans, one that you definitely need to at least make sure that you know, play your way against. But for Constellation, again, a match that they should not have issues with. Unlikely they will here, as Lev kind of facing the wrong direction, will get challenged by Lava. Heps. Off the corner goes Heps. Ooh, a double commit out of the Paddington fans as Constellation can look midfield. In goes Lev. He beats out Creed. And the goals keep pouring in. As Zian and Lev, again, just continue to do it. The pour. Using the Big Dipper. Okay, I'll shut up. That was a bad joke. They're using the Big Dipper, though, to scoop in those goals. I'll shut up. That's a bad joke. Hey, but you can at least enjoy a goal from Ian. There we go. He's had 6 shots this game. He now finally can actually score one. And my goodness. Constellation was trolling earlier. You can tell they are not doing that anymore. 5-0 in the first half of this game. All I can really say is Constellation are playing this quite well as Heps by Creed as field goes Lava. Awkward there as Heps kid will go for this. The dribble from Heps. Creed. Heps. Flicked away as it is Lev to keep the challenges going. Bakia. Well, Ian's gone the wrong direction there. Not a lot of boost here for Constellation. Considering that they were hoping that Lev would even go the right way, they kind of had to recover here as Lev. I don't know if he was going for a ground bounce play. It looked like he was going for like a pogo play into that shot, but not gonna hit it. It's gonna be Constellation who will have to sit back. It's now a 3v1. Creed just kind of got rid of this one. He had Lava and Baki Duda there as well. I'm surprised he didn't hit either of them. And Paddington fans not hitting the target. Not that it really matters at this point. They're down by 5. They're not coming back from a 5-goal deficit. And it's Constellation. I think really what they're doing in this match, they're making sure that, unlike last event, they don't go to Game 3. That this is a match where they prove that they have gotten better, that they are playing better, that they will not drop a game today. It might be part of the reason why they're trying to play so well. Is, you know, again, the fact that they went to Game 3 in this exact round last event. It was against a much tougher opponent in Divisa. So, definitely an easier team here, Paddington fans, but Constellation, it's still a proving point for them. If they can do better here in Winners Round 4 in Open 2 and in Open 1. And especially with the upper bracket apparently being an easier looking one this time around for them. Constellation like to not miss out on those opportunities. Lev will back to defense. Heps kid. First touch kind of gave it away to Lava Pleb. It's a wide open net for Creed. And that's a second goal for the Paddington fans. Oh, this game far from over as Heps. Oh, you know what happened? He tried to jump off the wall and his wheels got stuck. He tried to jump there off the wall and his wheels got stuck on the corner. Oftentimes you see people do that in the corner to try to catch back and wave dash into the wall immediately after they jump off to get extra speed. And that position actually comes at a terrible time. It means he can't challenge. And for Constellation, a 5-goal lead now has been reduced to a 3-goal lead. But it's going to be 4 goals all over again as Lev is He's got a gripe here with the Paddington fans. Not only does he go after Creed, he then takes out Baki Duda. Bracket. Oh, I'm so sorry, Logan. That is the wrong bracket. That for you. Once the game's over. Give me a moment. I will fix that for you in just a moment. As it's 3 goals here. Back to a 3-goal difference. That's Creed with a little touch in. Oh yeah, that was just not a good touch there. Lev misflipped. I think he wanted to flip forward and he accidentally flipped backwards. His car's angled too far back. And it was the perfect outplay to his own teammates, but they're up by 3. I don't think they really mind too much. Day 1 is not about playing your best, just about making sure that you get wins. And making sure that, you don't give up anything that you shouldn't be. And they're doing just fine here. 3-goal difference. A 3-goal win. Almost 4 goals here. Paddington fans actually have a chance to make it 4. As Baki Duda will hit the net! Oh, what a shot! What a shot there! Baki Duda, I don't know how he hit that one. But that is a difficult angle. He is right under the ball, too. Just good placement. But it's still game 1 for Constellation. It's 10 goals combined, though. That's a lot of goals for one game. Constellation, I think their plan is going to be to not concede nearly as many the second time around. Let me see if I can get that page. If I can get that page for you, while these teams are going right back into the next game. The upper or lower bracket. This is upper bracket, Logan. It says winners. Winners round means upper bracket. Just how Start labels it. That's how I'm going to label it. And for Team Constellation, if they're in lowers in day 1, that would not be a good sign. This is a team that made top 32 last event. We're in uppers. We're in group 19 on day 1. A19. So hopefully that will help you if you want to find us. We are Team Constellation. This is winners round 4. We've already guaranteed a spot to day 2. Although that was not the question. Not in the question. Really the question is, where are we going to be? Are we going to be in uppers or lowers? We should be in uppers. We were in uppers last event, and with a much tougher lineup of teams to go up against. We had to play against Pinky Winky, which is Devisa's team, which is actually a pretty solid roster for day 1. And obviously we had to play against Baki Duda, Lava Pleb, Creed, and we should be able to make uppers even more consistently. It's 1 match away from taking the series and from sweeping everybody today in day 1. As Ian, Lev, Flip resets. Lava Pleb's gonna get the save on that as Baki Duda will redirect it away. Constellation, all it takes is just 1 good chance, 1 good goal to kind of get the snowball effect started. I think that's what they're looking for is 1 goal here, and they're gonna get just that with Heps, a little pirouette on the shot. But if it works, and again, the speed at which he's getting to this, I mean, poor Baki Duda, in most positions, you can challenge that. In that position, he's getting beat every single time. What is our third, technically our 4th series of the day? Constellation up by 1 early, once again. And, well, surely 1 or 2 more goals, we're going to be in cruise control to the upper bracket of day 2, although it may not be that, as offense coming in here for the Paddington fans. Lava Pleb just off the bar, and Ian's going to clear this one. Credit to Lev for jumping in early against Lava Pleb, not letting him have an easy look at that net. Forcing him to shoot high, and that's what happened. He missed the net because he had to shoot high. Although now he's got an open net, and he's not missing this one. So Constellation kind of lost that rotation. Lev had no boost, and Heps, I think he was looking for Ian, but Ian was right behind him. Ian's in the wrong position there. He needs to be more midfield. He needs to be in a more open position to receive those passes. Instead, he's waiting right behind Heps Kid. And in that position, the only thing you can really win in that position is if Heps Kid has a neutral 50-50 challenge, which just doesn't happen. Which isn't really what you want to have happen if you're in Heps' position. Constellation now tied at 1 each with the Paddington fans. They'll look again for offense as Ian leaves it. Lev, oh, he went for a flip reset there. I would have liked it if he just shot that. He had a net to look at, although not an easy one as Ian now. Double tap! That's an own goal from Bakiduda. But it goes in, it works. And Constellation will take the lead again. As Bakiduda actually covered it very well, just couldn't get up enough. And it's a lead again for Constellation. Only one goal, though. So, far from comfortable. Paddington fans have done really well to maintain some semblance of control on the midfield. They do have a little bit of control. They're trying to make it work quick. They know they're not going to dominate the midfield. They know this is not a game where long plays on offense are going to exactly favor them. They got to counter. They got to play fast and decisive against a team like Constellation. You can tell that this Paddington fan side is making those adjustments. Fortunately for them, they're still getting beat, and Ian, on a one-on-one, will slam that to the back of the net. He has had quite the day so far, Ian. And goals like that have definitely shown he is definitely willing to play consistently today to make sure his team can walk to day 2 without too many concerns. As Creed, Ian, straight to Bakiduda, and Lev again getting caught out of the net. This time with no boost, he was asking for this to happen. And it's those secondary challenges from Constellation that is really hurting them. The fact that they don't seem to find those secondary challenges. It's a lack of challenge, I should say, more than anything else. For Constellation, only hurting themselves in that position as here goes Lev looking to make it free! Oh yeah! Ho ho ho! We've seen a plethora of double taps today. But Lev makes sure to add one more to that tally. Oh, that's nice. And it's deceptively tough too, because that is going across his body. It's not an easy shot to hit. I mean, at the level that Lev's at, he's gonna hit it here. A split reset! Oh my goodness, Bakiduda! Well, color me impressed. Getting the dunk on Ian and forcing it through Lev. Paddington fans are not out of this one. Right off the kickoff too, that's a confidence booster for this side. It's the exact opposite of what we want to see here for Team Constellation. We want to make sure Constellation can have as comfortable a lead as possible. It is anything but comfortable this game. It's the rush of game 1 that we saw from the Paddington fans all over again, this time though for an entire game's length, and they're making sure Constellation feels this. As double commits, Lava Pleb, 63 boost, gets around Hepskid, but Lev will win the challenge. Bakiduda was upfield, that net's wide open! What a block from Bakiduda! Saves it off the bar. Constellation cannot believe their eyes. Somehow it's not 5-3 for them. They'll go again. Hepskid, unable to get the dunk on Bach. As Lev, direct high, Ian can't get there. Someone's gonna challenge. Lava Pleb will go across the goal. Shot wide. And it will be kept that way. Constellation just want this one. They just want to clear the ball at this point. They are petrified of what this Paddington fans team can do now. Feels like they're only heating up. Yeah, clear, just to reset everything. Might be all they need, and with a mistake like that, it will be all they need, although that's a huge return error from Ian. Hepskid, no boost. Bach trying to get the bump on him. Lava Pleb. Ian to clear, straight to Creed. Hepskid, not gonna stay too far away from the net there. He's not gonna make the same mistake twice. Constellation will clear, less than 30 seconds here. Only a 1-goal lead, and Constellation are moments away from making it to the upper bracket for day 2. It's not exactly been their best day of action, but they don't need to be playing at their best to make it to day 2. And here, as you can see, wasting out time. Lev letting his 1v1 mechanics do the talking. Ian beat though! It's got in! Oh my! Creed's tied it! Oh dear, and Lev couldn't get the flick. Heps was right beside him, and Ian couldn't get the challenge. It's Creed to the back post. And oh boy, it's the jitters of day 1 all over again. We lost the game at this point in day 1. Last event, we didn't get to see it on this stream. I wasn't streaming that day. I'm really hoping it doesn't happen again here. For this day 1. 1 goal. That's all we need. This is actually only our second time at OT. We were there in the first game of the day. It likely be what would be ending our night. Gonna be quite exciting as Lev. Lava Pleb will pinch this one away. Ian. Big collection on the back wall from Creed. I've just got to be careful. We'll leave this for Lev. Only Lev up for Hepskid. Ian demoed away. Space to work with. Lava, though, didn't have boost. Doesn't have options. And Lev now can go on a solo rampage. But Paddington fans holding down the defense. They're not getting beat as often as they were in Game 1. And Constellation knows this. It's a much more solo play based attack as Lev. Eps, surely we score at some point this overtime. Lava Pleb demos Ian, and it's gonna be a great chance for Baki Duda, but straight to Hepskid. And he's gonna intercept. And Constellation, it is nerve-wracking to say the least, because they should not be having that many issues here in day 1. Came into this event on a much higher seed. They gotta play well. Oh, it's almost an own goal. Hepskid went straight back to net. He nearly paid for that. It's gonna be cleared away. The fans have really not had that much offense against them here this overtime. Constellation has been waiting, but they gotta score. Here's a chance for Ian. He's gonna hit the back wall. Set up for Lev. He didn't even jump for us. He knew there was no chance he's gonna get to that challenge in time. Now it's Ian, and he's been good all day. Flip reset! Ian! Stopped by Creed. If Ian just delayed a little bit longer when the flip reset, he could have scored there. Now it's Lev. He's hit the bar. And Constellation playing to the midfield as Ian. Flip. Bakiuda! Oh, what a block! How did he get that? How on earth does he recover to that? No boost. Paddington fans are fighting for their lives. That lower bracket, they don't want to be there. And Constellation cannot seem to put the dagger through their hearts. Up for Lev. Now it's in. There we go. That ends day 1. My goodness, a 2-minute overtime. And that should end it. Oh, I was getting confirmation. This is actually a best of 5. I'm very wrong. Whoopsies. Apparently this is a best of 5, so we actually have not guaranteed our spot yet. There we go. My goodness, that was nerve-wracking. Like any of that. Go to game 3, though. And actually, Ian left. He was that excited. He also thought it was a best of 3. So I guess we're one in the same here. My goodness, they are not making this game easy. Please, let's hope that this next game is a little bit more one-sided. But we go to game 3 here. Constellation, prime position to win in a sweep. 2 games up, though, should be a pretty good position to be in, but this actually is the best of 5. I didn't even realize that. Alright, then. Well, now it's time to go to day 2. And avoid all those best of 3s as Hepskid demoed away. In. Lev. To the back wall he goes. Lava will not collect this as Paddington fans will clear it away. Lava. Hepskid. I like that recovery from Hepskid as well on that back wall, keeping the ball close to himself. Constellation. Took a while last game to get that first goal. I'd like to do that again here, especially with how important that first goal has been to every match they've had. Constellation's just a team that does a lot better whenever they have a lead, rather than trying to come back from behind. Actually, with how Paddington's fans have played, that little difference could be, enough to sway a game. And, well, that's the kind of advantage the Paddington fans really are looking to take full advantage of. And it's the kind of advantage that Constellation needs to keep it. Ian aids that bump attempt, will still have this one. It's now a flip reset. Ian. 15. Creed's not gonna get there! Hepskid's taking it, a wide open net. And Ian will make sure it works as... Well, poor Creed, he's not even in a terrible position there. If the ball just goes above his head, he can't challenge in that position. And that is goal 1, once again for Constellation. Now it's all about being able to maintain this lead and add to it. Better than done last game, they couldn't do it. As now Ian again, challenged away. Lev, it's a very awkward first touch, still finds it, and it's Hepskid for a second from point blank. And again, sent up on a silver platter from his teammates. Ian and Lev with some beautiful assist plays. And we're not even 90 seconds in, 2 goals for Constellation. And as I said, I wanted this game to be a little bit more one-sided. This is definitely the start I would be happy with. The last game having been a 2-minute overtime. Constellation, 3 goals? Almost. It's Hepskid again. This guy's got a hat trick from just waiting in front of the nets. And credit where credit's due. Ian and Lev, they might not be scoring on their chances, but they're absolutely making sure that they are left in front, and Hepskid can clean up. He will play cleanup. He's the trash collector, if you will. The cleanup crew on the field. 3 goals, all in front of the net, off of plays from Lev and Ian that didn't go in the net. And with a lead like this, the Constellation's thinking back to at least the start of Game 1, how confident they were at that point. I mean, that Game 1 really was total domination out of Team Constellation. It ended, obviously, in favor of Paddington fans. At least it ended, I should say, the last minute was in Paddington fans' favor. Again, Constellation had 5 goals in the first basically 3.5 minutes of gameplay. Very good position to kind of recreate that in a sense. You get at least that kind of consistency and that kind of strength as Hepskid. Akiduda will save it out as in comes Creed for the double tap away. Ian is waiting in his own net. What's he doing in there? Well, it's not much. He's going to get scored on as Lava Pleb will take this. I don't know what Ian is doing in his own net. I'm very confused what he's doing in his own net. Interesting choice. I don't... I'm very confused. But we continue onward anyways. It's 3-1 now, halfway through the game, and a little bit more nerve-wracking. Paddington fans have 2 goals now! Oh dear, Baki Duda will take this. And Constellation, it was an issue last event, that they could not win kickoffs. It is still going to be an issue this event. They like to play that aggressively on kickoffs. And if it doesn't work, they often get scored on, so... It was an issue day 2, that they got a lot of kickoff goals against them. Definitely focus on the kickoffs for Constellation as being a major, at least where they're going to be working a lot this series, and really this whole event as a whole, as that's going to be tied. It's another for Bakiduda, and this time a giveaway from Constellation. Honestly, Ian didn't have to challenge there. A lot of play couldn't score. He was facing the wrong direction to score. Constellation kind of panicking a little bit and not making very smart decisions. They play a little bit more patiently, honestly. They'll be in a better position on defense. In comes Creed. By Heps is Lev. Takes it airborne. Will get over 1. Hepskid to the side wall is Creed. Ian. Dunked by Lava Pleb. Gonna be a great bounce for Constellation to take with themselves as Ian again. Oh, he can't get very much on that as Hepskid off the corner. Lev. Ian. Hepskid. Constellation. Trying to play it their way as hit the back wall. Lev again. Challenging Baki Duda, but high game. Every play matters. And again for Constellation, they've been able to hold massive leads, but they've also been able to fall apart at the blink of an eye as Baki Duda, he is finding some very good-looking opportunities for himself. And that is a definite scare here with how this series has gone. He is starting to get even better opportunities than he had before as he'll go again, looking for the bump! Oh man, Constellation, we're in real trouble. It is now 4 goals unanswered from Paddington fans. And whatever it is in Constellation, they cannot seem to pick themselves up whenever they go down in a game like this. This is a bad sight for themselves. Because again, It's simply put, it's PADDINGTON who is leading Paddington fans. He is putting the team on his back, getting them these goals. Constellation. They need one back. They almost had it there with Lava Pleb. Getting that block on the goal line. Now Creed, will he get this one? He will, but another demo on Lava Pleb as Hepskid. Lava off that spawn. It will be Ian. He's got Lev waiting and Heps, but neither of them challenging here. And Constellation playing a lot more passively. And it wouldn't be an issue, except that they're down, by a goal. They've given up 4 goals straight. In many ways, in part due to just mistakes from themselves. Is now a whiff from Lev. That's going to be a 5th goal. It is 4 goals on 5 shots from PADDINGTON. And Constellation really have dropped the ball here. Just mistakes. It almost cost them last game, too. It's costing them this game. The series is going to continue. Our best of 5 will continue here in Winners Round 4. So they're not going to go perfect today. But for Constellation, good for Coach and Larson. And I have a feeling Larson's going to have a lot of things to say after this game because for Constellation, it was ugly. This was an ugly game in terms of the mistakes that they were making. Feels like for Constellation just didn't have a sense of how fast they wanted to play this game. A sense of how they wanted to move around the field. Like they didn't know if they wanted to be more passive or more aggressive. I have a feeling one of the things we're going to see them try to change up as they go to Game 4 is to make a choice on if they want to play more passively or not. Another thing they're going to have to focus on is make sure they don't give up 4 goals in a row. And specifically if they shut down PADDINGTON. Other than him, this Paddington fans team doesn't have an exceptionally strong offense. I would expect that they're going to shut down PADDINGTON into that next game. Considering that he has been scoring the majority of the goals for this team, this series. We'll wait a little bit. We'll get them. We'll get them back in here for Game 4. Constellation at risk of having reverse sweep against them if Paddington fans can win 2 games in a row, but they're still in a comfortable position, being able to not let them score, and that's an own goal from Lev. It's not a good start off the kickoff. Yet again, it's coming back to hurt them here. Oh, and I can see why. Lev and Ian both on the same side of the field. That's just an unfortunate bounce. And Constellation are really struggling today. I don't know if it was maybe the relatively carefree attitude they had earlier today that kind of hurt them, but not exactly what I'm looking forward to in a team as good as Constellation. Still have time though, but the first time tonight they've gone down early in a game, so a change up to what we've seen out of them. To what we've seen from them usually, although they are going to answer back, and it is Lev with the goal, so even with Constellation giving up that early goal, it wasn't even Lev's mistake, but he was the one who technically owned goal. I don't know, I wouldn't really call it an own goal, I guess. I really shouldn't call it an own goal because he was trying to make a save, but he answers back. It's a great pass from Hepskid and Constellation. They're really taking this match very seriously now. Just seeing how good this Paddington fans team is, they got to take this seriously because this team actually is pretty solid out of Paddington fans. Constellation, they definitely know that as Ian, the way to Lev. Hepskid gets through. No, he doesn't. Ian will. Constellation had everybody pushed up. That was a major risk, and one that if it didn't work, they were going to be scored on the other way. So happy that Ian didn't commit with them. If he does, that's not going in, and it's a goal for the Paddington fans. One now. Off the kickoff again. It's another kickoff play that is forcing this Constellation team to play back a little bit further. And it's the kind of risk that they want to kickoff, but they have not really succeeded. And it's one of the major things they focused on in between open qualifiers 1 and 2 are those kickoffs. Is Ian with the ceiling shot. And that is quite beautiful, honestly. Just well made. That is how you do a ceiling shot. So often you see people want to shoot stuff early. Ceiling shots aren't about shooting early. It's about being able to shoot when other players are trying to challenge you. That's really the advantage you have, is that flip that you get off the ceiling. Constellation now. Here's another goal. Oh, almost another goal. Bach will jump onto it. Constellation nearly another with a 3-goal lead. Ian now bumps away as Lava Pleb. Lev 50 under, going right after Creed. And that player to look out for, and I'm going to be looking out for him as well, is Bakia, as up goes Lev, gets him! Oh, he couldn't score! Lev hit high, Lava Pleb's going to be waiting for it. And Team Constellation will wait back as Bakia, Ian, and Hepskid, flip reset, back wall, Heps, oh, it's a heavy touch. Ian still has this, but Lava smart not to challenge. Constellation will take the risk on defense. They're going to go back instead, rather than give the ball away, and it actually is going to help them here, as Hepskid, double tap! He's hit the back post. Could have been 4-1, but he's gone just a little wide. The Paddington fans will clear this away. Lev, though, will find Ian as Bakia, no boost, cannot get there. He's going to clear it away. Lev may want to be a bit more careful here. A lot of waiting here from Constellation. I'd be very fortunate Creed doesn't just shoot that there, because he had a chance. Now he goes again. This time, again Creed, opting not to shoot, and he's going to look in midfield. Lava off the crossbar, saved away by Hepskid. My goodness, Constellation still playing with fire here. Anything but easy for themselves. Hepskid. Bakia there, Ian with an open net to look at. He doesn't hit it. Second touch will go on target, saved away. And this one for Constellation, you can tell they are asking those questions. They are right in front of the net. It's just I want to see them be a little bit more direct. They're not as direct as they maybe could be with their chances. I want to see them hit the target a little bit earlier, rather than trying to wait for a perfect outplays. You don't need perfect outplays to win this game. You just need to make sure they get a 4th goal. You know, force the Paddington fans to play all in on offense as Ian demos through, but it's actually Lev who got removed. Ian now can recover, but he couldn't receive that assist attempt from Heps. Constellation will keep control, so not nearly as panicky as they were last game. Much more control from Constellation, and even though they gave up that first goal right off the kickoff, it has been Ian all game who has been all over the place. And again, gotta give credit, Ian has been playing very well today. Constellation better owe it to him for allowing this team to be as successful as they have been so far. 3-goal difference again. Paddington fans did come back from a 3-goal difference last game, but it took them a couple minutes to get there. They only have 60 seconds, and it's a lot less time. A goal every 20 seconds is very low feasibility, but it is doable, and Constellation's gonna make sure it doesn't happen. As Lev, blocked by Lava Pleb, bowler off that sidewall, and it'll be Bakiduda. Ian gets over him. Creed will look to midfield, but it's Lava Pleb without any boost. Hepskid, free flip, could not get the shot. The Paddington fans will march downfield, but they still won't get possession as Ian touch off the corner. Lava, Creed, Ian trying to chase him down. Still chasing him. Ian went all the way back to defense to make that save as Lava should have scored. Creed now. This one stopped by Levis. He'll get the pre-jump save. Lava Pleb again. Hepskid send it away. Them on the backfield. And Constellation will be scored on by Creed. Paddington fans went all up for offense. Bought a great demo there on Lev. And on Ian too, actually. Ian got the follow-up as well. But with only 8 seconds to go, it might be too late here for Paddington fans to come back in Game 4. And Team Constellation, well, it took them a game. It took them 4 games here, but we'll win this round outright. We'll be advancing to Day 2 for the upper bracket. 1 second ago, Ian's already left, but Ian's already gone. He's done. He really shouldn't have left, but he's done. We're gonna let this last second. Thanks, Lev. You got time. Lev, he's using those new commands, isn't he? There we go. That second's over. And now the players can leave. That's it for Game 4. Constellation will take the series 3-1. Our last match of the day ends in a successful win for Team Constellation. So, A little nerve-wracking. They didn't play their best today in that final match, but they get their win nonetheless. That's what they're focusing on. They get their win. They beat the Paddington fans. They advance to day 2. All in a day's work. So, 3-1 to end the night. It is Team Constellation. We're going to be happy with that. It was a relatively easy day. Again, that last match brought some struggles. Paddington fans definitely look to be mounting a comeback, but that doesn't change anything, and now that means we're in the top, not 194, like top like 164, something like that. Top 100 and something. In this bracket. Try to check exactly where we're going to be. Let's see. Where are we supposed to go? So we're going to be going to group number 3. And we might be playing against Legit eSports. Be a fun match for tomorrow. I like Legit. That's a network I know. Yeah, there's 48 teams per group, and I think there's groups. That is 192. Yeah, there's 192 teams playing tomorrow. So, yeah, that means we're going to be in the top 192 teams. Tomorrow, again, I think we're playing against Legit eSports. I want to say we're playing against Legit eSports. But again, it's a nice, clean, consistent victory. There you go, everything's been updated. This is all of our match today. In fact, if you want to take a look at how our bracket has ended up looking, they haven't updated the result just yet. They will. Give it a moment. But once they update things, we will guarantee our matches tomorrow. But that's it for today, basically. It's a little nerve-wracking, but day 1 is day 1. We shouldn't be that much in any way. I'm gonna take a look and see who we might. I think we're playing against Legit, though. I want to say we're playing against Legit eSports. I mean, I could be wrong. I want to say it's Legit that we're playing against tomorrow. Let's see. Yep, it is. Confirmation. So that series now has been updated. We do play Legit eSports tomorrow. In fact, actually, let me first show you guys that the bracket has been updated fully. Hopefully. Why am I? One sec. Let me see if I can refresh my browser and fix the issue. Alright, the browser isn't refreshing, but trust me when I say this, it's reported as 3-1. We did win. Take a look at the browser. Here we go. This is what day 2 looks like. This is at least the upper portion of day 2. So, it still hasn't updated fully, but we are playing Legit eSports tomorrow. There's actually a good chance we might play the Polar Knights, which is Nightj's team. That would be fun. But tomorrow's going to be a tough bracket. Pirates are in the same group as us as well. That's a pretty good team. Almost Nuts have their team as well. Wubta Pub, although they're on the other side of the bracket, so we don't have to worry about Wubta Pub unless they go. But yeah, likely our matches tomorrow could be Legit eSports, Polar Knights, and probably Pirates. Pirates on a boat are pretty good. It is hockey, creams, and 5-up. So that's our matches for tomorrow. We play against them. We play against Legit eSports. But for now, tonight is over. Reminder, tomorrow though, 7 p.m. Eastern. We'll be live for that, don't worry. But for now, we're going to raid out. Thank you all so much for joining for day 1 of the RLCS 2025 Open Qualifier, Open 2 Qualifier day 1 tomorrow. Of course, 2. See you all then. But for now, we will get a raid out. Thank you all Take care. Have a great rest of your evening.